Okay, this is Sports Inquirer, E. Marcel Pursuit, and we're here with Roger Kincaid, the head coach of Georgia State softball. Your team went to Florida and split some contests. We'll start with the victory over North Florida on March 7th. You were able to win 13-7. Big day for Sophie Mooney on the in the circle and at the batter's box. Just what about her? I mean, she was able to hit a home run in the contest, driving 5 runs, threw some solid innings for you. Just what about her two-way performance for you in that victory?
Well, it's a great thing when you can have a pitcher, Marcel, that can hit because it's like getting two players for one. And she's definitely a good hitter. She's one of our top know hitters in our lineup. It's great to see her get going, barrel up some balls because we know that she's more than capable of doing it. And she pitched well in the circle. Had a little adversity in the first inning, and the whole team did. We made 2 errors in the first inning, and I was not happy with that. Had a little prayer meeting with them out on the field, and they responded, which I was really, really proud of. Me challenging them and then them coming out and responding. But Sophie had a great day. Very pleased with that. It seems that sometimes when she doesn't have a great day in the circle, it might affect her at the plate. So I'm always pleased when she has a great day in the circle, and it reflects that way when she hits too. But she's a sophomore, played half a season last year, third of the season. So she's like a freshman, really and truly. And we look for big things from her, going forward.
Your bats have been so strong this year. Also in that contest, Daisy Hess and Bailee Richardson each had 3 hits. Hess has 20 RBIs so far this season, which is the most of the first kind of quarter of the season by a player in several years. What about the bats just scoring all of these runs that the team has been able to produce so far this year?
Well, it takes a lot of pressure off the pitchers when you can do that, which is great because it allows them to throw free and easy. And there's 3 phases to the game: defense, offense, and pitching, and we want them all 3 clicking. But sometimes that doesn't work. And when you can score runs, you can win a lot of games that you're probably not supposed to because the other 2 phases are not doing well. I'm still not pleased with our defensive performance. We're still making too many errors. A lot of them are unforced errors, so they're mental, not a physical thing. So we got to clean that up. I mean, we won the game handily, but we also made 4 errors in the game, and that's not acceptable. That's not championship level defense, and we got to clean that up. So they know that, and my kids respond whenever they need to. So I look for them, this week and this weekend to come out and play really good defense. But as far as the bats, man, it's great to see. You know this, being in sports. When you score runs, you generate excitement. When you generate excitement, everybody's happy. There's enthusiasm. Everybody's alive and playing well. So that's what scoring runs does for you and your team. It gets everybody engaged and gets them up and yelling and screaming and having fun. And at the end of the day, we're playing a game and we need to have fun. So I emphasize that to the kids.
You mentioned the 4 errors and your struggles on the defensive end. How do you solve that? Do you practice more? Do you put yourself in more situational just preparation? How do you handle just the errors and trying to improve your defense?
Yeah, well, we can't practice more because the NCAA limits what we can do. So, we use the hours we can use. We have practice today, and I was talking to Todd, and one of the things we're going to do on the defense, especially in the infield, I told him, I said, when we're struggling, the only thing I know to do is go back to basics. So we're going to go back to basics, fundamentals of fielding and catching a ball. I know that sounds basic and asinine, but sometimes an athlete needs to be reminded, okay, this is step one, this is step two, etc. So we're going to do a lot of fundamental work today in preparation for Wednesday's game, and I look for that to pay off and us to play good, as far as the defense is concerned.
You received some really good pitching from Emily Buck. She had a shutout over Florida A&M this past weekend. She's now a complete game shutout, allowed only 1 hit. She's now 3-0 on the year, a low ERA, 3 complete games for you, including 2 shutouts. What has she been able to do so well in the circle to pitch well for you so far?
Well, she's been able to keep the ball down and keep the ball in the park. Those are 2 key things in our game. If you can get ground balls, you can get outs. If you can keep the ball in the park, you can win games. So we always tell them in the circle, keep the ball down, limit the number of walks that you give up. And if you give up a home run, try to make it a 1-run home run, not a 3-run dong, because the 1 run you can come back from. The 3-run dong, that's a tough lick. So you try to limit those opportunities, and you do that by hitting your spots and making sure you get ahead in the count. And she's done a good job with both of those things so far.
Yeah, and now you have 3 games coming up over the next few days. You go to nationally ranked Georgia, kind of a rivalry game, a team that you see multiple times per year, and then you host Chattanooga for 2 contests on March 13th. Just what do you see from these 3 games? And you mentioned the defensive side of things. I'm sure it's a big emphasis for you, as we've talked about. But else is the team looking to get better at and just achieve with these contests?
Well, last time we played Georgia, we got no hits, so we need to get some hits, put the ball in play. We did put balls in play, we just didn't get any hits. So we need to get off that and make sure that we're doing that. Get off to a great start. We're going to be on the road. Our kids love playing in that kind of environment. I mean, it won't be a normal environment because of COVID. The crowd will be limited, but it's still a big time environment. To go to an SEC school, our kids love that, and I expect them to embrace it and come out and play well. And then Chattanooga is a non-conference opponent that we don't know a lot about because they're not on our schedule every year. They are probably every other year. So we got some scouting that we need to do between Wednesday night and Saturday. So we don't look. Well, I don't do the look ahead, Marcel. I deal with what's in front of me. And yesterday, off day, watching 3 of Georgia's games from start to finish. So we got a pretty good idea what they do and what they're about. So I think we'll be prepared for that.
All right, Roger. Well, thank you for your time. We appreciate you speaking with us, and good luck against Georgia tomorrow.
Thanks, Marcel. I appreciate you supporting our program, man. It means a lot to us.
All right.
Take care.
All right, you too.